Hey guys, this is Rising from Cryptology. I'm going to show you guys an in-depth guide of how to set up a Tradingview account and how to start charting your own coins and learning how to chart from MindTrader or CryptoWolf or myself. First thing you do is you go to tradingview.com and you create an account, or you sign in if you already have one. I already have one, so let me just sign in really quick using my Twitter. This is the page that you're going to see when you first sign in. Click charts or chart, and it will probably be an Apple stock chart if you haven't used TradingView yet, but I have an account already and I've already been charting on it. So Bitcoin USD showed up. First thing I like to do is set up my color scheme / settings. Pressing this gear icon up here in the top bar will bring the properties tab up. I like to have a dark theme, clear for the eyes, green candles, bright green, bright red. Remove the borders just to make it look clean. I like to have log scale since Bitcoin is parabolic most of the time, probably all the time. Log scale just makes more sense. Let's see, background. Let's remove the vertical and horizontal. Just make them go away. I don't want to watermark. Time zones. You can have your own time zone wherever you live, but I prefer having the universal time zone, and I recommend everybody start using that time zone. Just makes life easier. I like to have session breaks to see when the day ends. It helps me just pretty much see the previous day's highs and lows and compare to the next day. And that's pretty much all you need from the properties tab. Next thing I'm going to show you is how to search for a coin. To search for a coin, in the top left, you can literally just type in the coin pair that you want to see the chart of. So for example, ETH USD, and then keep in mind on the right, it shows the exchange that you're using. So for example, if I want to use Coinbase, I just click the first one, and this is the ETH USD chart for Coinbase. So that's the very basic of how to find the coin pair that you want to chart. Next thing is the top, the time scale that you want each candle to be in. So this is a 4-hour candle. If I want to do a 1 day, you can choose 1 day This is 1 day candles, 2-hour candles. You can also, instead of clicking up here, let me delete this guy. Instead of clicking up here, you can just type it in. So for example, if you want a 1-hour candle chart, you just type in 1H, or let's say it was 4-hour. Or if you want 1 hour, you can type in 60 minutes. Or for 4-hour, you can type in 240 minutes. For 6-hour, you can type in 6H. Things like that. That makes things quicker. Switching. If you want to go to 15, 1, you can even use weird intervals like 23 minutes. That's each 23-minute candle. Or that's 23 months actually. 23 minutes. That's weird though. So just do the basic 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and up. Next thing is the indicators. I'll go over some of my favorite indicators towards the end of the video. Let's see. Let's create a watch list. So right here in the right hand corner, you have some tools. if you press this tool, the watch list, you can see I already have a coin ETHUSD saved right here. This won't go away. So let's say I chart something on ETHUSD, for example, and I want to go to another coin. In the watch list, I can add more coins. So let's say I want to add a Bitcoin USD, Coinbase. Now this is on my watch list. Now I can easily switch between all these coins. See, that's my chart still here. My drawing on the chart is still here. So watch list is really helpful. LTC USD. Keep in mind the exchange that you're using. To verify which exchange you're using, right here in the top left, you can see the pair, the time frame. So this is a 1 hour time. Let's say I want to go to 4 hour. It will say 240. That's 240 minutes. And then the exchange, Coinbase. Let's say I want to do ETH USDT, and then it's going to go to Binance. I'll show Binance, for example. This is very important. It's easy to switch between every single coin instead of going up here and typing a coin and then it just disappears when you switch the chart. Then you have to type it back up there. It's just a hassle. Another tool here is alerts. This is very important. For example, let's chart one of MindTrader's calls. This is a EOS dollar USD on Bitfinex. So let's go to a watch list. We'll add EOS USDT or USD Bitfinex. So we'll go to his chart and we'll put in 240, which is it's already on there. And then we'll see where Mind posts his trend lines, his supports, and his resistances. And we'll do the same and we'll copy it. So Mind had a support all the way at the bottom. So and right here in the left hand side, first we'll draw the trend line. And just a nice little quick tip. Right here, there's a magnet mode. This clicks automatically to the highs and lows and bodies of the candles. So you don't have to guess. It will be more exact. You'll be more precise. For example, let's say I want to use point up here and it's already on there. Let me make this darker. Let's make it red. And make it solid. For example, so this is the trend line that MindTrader had. He also had supports. So we'll draw rays for supports, or you could draw boxes. It's up to you. Let's see where he had them. He had them up here, down there, and then the target. For example, right here, support. Let's make this darker too. That's resistance, sorry, not support. Resistance. We'll draw another one down here. That's support. Okay, if you double click a line, you can choose the thickness, the price. We'll show the price right here. You can also choose the coordinates if you want to be super precise, or if you want to, let's say stop loss. I'll show you guys in a bit. So that's support. What else? He also had target. Target was up here, for example. So that's good. And then he also had some. It's really good to put in where you want to buy, where's your stop loss, text like this, and that's very easy to do. You can just put in text and you can literally save it. For example, target was 1870. So target 18.7 and literally save it as something. So we'll call this the target text. And then we'll put that up here. And then go again, target. But this one won't be target. This will be buying above. And he had that at 1190. And then save it as buying above. And then he also had, you can even change the color. It's probably better to change the color. Buying above, let's call that yellow. And then we'll save that as buying above so we can overwrite it. Yes. And then we'll do one more. We'll call it stop loss. Where was stop loss? Stop loss was at 1080. Oops, 10.80. And then we'll call this red because it's bad. And then we'll save it as stop loss. And stop loss was at 1080. Okay, so here's where we can choose the coordinate accurately. So 1080, I just double click this and then, sorry, I draw a line anywhere and then I double click it and I put in the price for coordinate, $10.80. And then I know where the stop loss is. This helps you visualize everything. You can even draw an arrow. Where's the arrow? Oh, right here. So you can draw an arrow. So you're buying above here. Your target is here. So let's change this to red. Alright. Now we'll change this to blue or something. So now you have a chart, and then you can always go back to this chart. For example, you want to see this chart, you just press it and your chart will be right here. All your text is going to be in the right place. You'll know exactly where you're buying, where the target is. You can see where the chart is, where the coin is according to the chart, and you see if it's a good time to buy in, not good time to buy in, things like that. Now let's say, for example, you want to buy in above here. What's cool about Tradingview is you can set alerts. So if you double click this line and you go to alert, and you can say the condition, it's greater than this, or crossing up, or just crossing the horizontal ray, which is what you just clicked, and it will notify you through a text. So you set this up. Once you press it, something will pop up. You just follow the instructions and it will notify you when that thing breaks. Now we're currently in the process of creating a app that will notify you on your phone. But until that's done, this is how you should set up alerts for everything. You should even set up an alert for stop loss, so that way you know to exit, or just so you're notified. So crossing, send as SMS. So it literally sends you a text. Oh, it's hit this number, blah blah blah. So that's it. Create, and then it's right here, and on the right side. So under watch list is all your alerts. You can remove them. You can double click it and edit it. Really useful. You can even set one for target, and that will also notify you that your target has been hit. Let's see, what else do we want to go through? Nothing else here on the right side. We don't need it. Alright, this magnet, I showed you guys what it was. It's very easily you can click on the bottom of a wick without even, it just snaps there. And even a body. What other tools do we use here? Arrow, I just showed you guys. Array just shows into the future, a long time into the future, to infinity. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? All right, instead of going and clicking here and trying to filter through all the tools that you're gonna use and you don't use, you can create a favorite bar. And let's say you want to make, let's remove this from favorite. Let's say you want to make this a favorite. Once you click it, so all my favorite toolbar popped up right here. So this is my fibs, this is my horizontal, my array. These are the tools that I use the most. Rectangle, harmonic patterns, cipher patterns, head and shoulders. All these you can find in the left side. And you can customize them. ABCD pattern. And the line. So all these tools I use on a regular basis. You can make your chart a little bit bigger like this. They're all in this left hand side, and you just have to find them and then favorite it. For example, I favored the fib retracement. Text, you can favorite text. See, and now let's say I want to do a text for ETHUSD, and I already did the templates. So let's say I go text. Here, I can change the template to buying above. Buying above. Why didn't it change? And then the colors will stay there. You just have to retype it. I don't know why. Buying above, for example. So I guess it just saves the color and the font or whatever. But that's how easy it is to do that. Okay, this tool, this long and short position can help you determine your risk reward ratio. For example, let's say I want to buy here, and my target is here. I want to put my stop loss here. We'll tell you your P&L. Your target is 21.84%. Your stop loss is 7%. Your risk reward ratio is 2.98. That's pretty good. So this is very helpful. That's for a long position. This is for a short position. You can adjust it. You can double click it. Enter your coordinates, for example. 13,500 stop loss. Entry 1300 stop loss. Entry 1000. Profit level, let's say 500. It's not gonna happen, but look at this risk reward, 38.46. That's ridiculous, but just showing you extreme examples. Price range, you can quickly see target, how far target is, 48%, 50%. These are just little tools. Here, a bunch of little things, arrows to point out things. That's pretty much it. This is you can clear out your entire chart. Let's see, taking a screenshot of your chart. A lot of you guys use the screenshot tool and crop out a lot of information like the coin pair, the time frame, exchange, things like that. On the bottom, there's a camera button. Just press this camera button and it will give you a link. This link screenshots your chart, and let's say you type it in or you copy it somewhere. This will be your chart that you just had. It shows the exchange, the pair, the time frame, the current open, high, low, close. These are all important. Time, things like that. So don't crop out your charts. Don't screenshot them using a snipping tool or whatever. Use the tool given to you by Tradingview. Let's see what else. Here you can turn on log and log and turn it back on. That's pretty much it for the basics. I showed you guys how to set up alerts, watch lists, very important. Showed the toolbar up here. Okay, let me show you some indicators. So right here there's an indicator button, and this has a bunch of indicators. Now what to use? I like to use the volume indicator. Obviously, for obvious reasons, this will help confirm if something is reversing or not. Low volume reversal, low volume bounce, things like that. It's good to look at and compare. Another indicator is stochastic RSI. This shows overbought and oversold. You can learn more about these in the lessons or the library. There's a lot of books about these. Another indicator you can use is just regular RSI. Also shows overbought and oversold. Another indicator, Bollinger Bands, Bollinger. This shows you when it's squeezing, a big move is gonna happen. When it's outside of bands, most likely it's gonna bounce back in or drop back in. If it's going from the top, you can learn more about these. Alright, now up here there's this little minimize. Let's say you have so many indicators and you just want to clear out the chart just so you can see better. You can use this hide and it'll stay there, but whenever you want to turn it on, you just turn it on or turn it off using this little eye. You can change the settings, you can play around with those if you want. Same thing with volume down here if you want to do that. Another indicator I like to use is Ichimoku. Again, play around with your settings. Ichimoku clouds. See, when you start having too many indicators, the chart starts getting cluttered up, and you don't really want that. You want to have a clean chart so you can see what's important, which is the price. All indicators, they lag behind price. They literally follow price, so it's just an indicator. It's not something you can trade directly off of. You have to look at other indicators and signs to make a good trade. Let's see some cool little tools that Tradingview has. These might be a little bit advanced, but might as well just show you guys. So you can paper trade cryptocurrency now. what is paper trading? Paper trading is you literally test out your methods or whatever method you want with not your own money. It's like fake money, but using live charts. So right here, there's a little button. It's called paper trading. You start off with 100,000, and it literally tracks your trades for you. You can buy directly and sell directly from Tradingview. This little up here, this guy shows you the current price, market price, what somebody wants to buy out, what somebody wants to sell at. For example, let's say you want to sell right here. Right here you put in however many you want to sell, if you want to market or not. Or you can use limits. So this is the price. This is awesome. Literally tracks your trades. So I just sold, let's say I want to close my position. I just go close position. And I don't know if I made any money. I guess not. It will just keep track of your balance, and it will keep track of your open unrealized profits. It's an awesome tool to learn if you want to try new indicators and test them out. That's how you literally learn and perfect the craft of trading. You just have to find your own little groove and just stick to it. And you can be consistently profitable. You just have to keep practicing, honestly. Alright, I just noticed another thing up here, a layout. Let's say you want to compare two coins like Bitcoin and ETH next to each other. You can use this dual layout and change the coin. So for example, this is Bitcoin and this is ETH/USD. They're both on 4-hour charts. You can see they're literally almost similar. They're trending up together and trending down together. One might be more than the other, but it's generally in the same ballpark. When you're trading against Bitcoin, you always want to compare to the Bitcoin chart just to see what's happening and what it's been doing. That will help you out. I really want you guys to start practicing yourselves. I don't want cryptology to be something that you just get spoon-fed calls. That's not what cryptology is. I don't want you guys to follow blindly. You will actually lose money following blindly and not knowing what you're doing. Just because mind traders buying doesn't mean you should buy as well. Look at the chart, make a decision on your own, calculate your risk reward for yourself. Your appetite might be different than someone else's. Your risk appetite might be different than someone else's. What I mean by that is somebody can have $500,000 and they can lose $5,000 on a trade, for example. But you only have $5,000, and if you copy the trade blindly and you can lose $5,000, that's not very smart. You want to do that. You want to calculate that stuff on your own. See where you want to put the stop loss. See where you want to take profits. Always take profits going up. There's a lot more tools in Tradingview that can help you guys out. They just get way more in depth, and you should just practice the basics first and then move on to the more advanced options like the screener. The screener is pretty awesome. You can put in indicators and put in all the coins that you want, and you can compare. I think you have to change it to crypto. Anyways, you can see all the indicators and compare what's happening through all of them. That's more advanced. That's pretty much it. If you guys have questions, ask. I just made this video because I really want you guys to start charting on your own. If you have questions, again, ask me or ask in the questions channels or even the discussion channels, or you can even personal message me. Like, send me a message. I will respond. Just use my handle and I'll get a notification. Yeah, that's pretty much it.